Hello, I'm Rochelle, and this is episode 160 of the Genuine Realtor Show, which airs every Friday. So, is this a freehold, a condo, a co-op, a land lease, maybe a parcel of tied land? If you're not sure, stick around and we will be diving into Ontario homeownership styles 101. Ready? Let's go. Ownership of real estate in Ontario comes in different forms, each with their own advantages and disadvantages. Most of my clients are familiar with freeholds and condos, but co-ops, land leases, and parcel of tied land are often unfamiliar territory. If that's you, not to worry, because after watching this video, you will have a solid understanding of the different ownership styles here in Ontario. So let's quickly run through the two most commonly known, starting with freehold. Freehold means that you own the home and the property. Now, it's not only the most common type of ownership here in Ontario, it also offers the most freedom. As long as you are within local bylaws as set out by the city or town where you live, you are free to make changes to the home which suit your personal style or needs. This freedom is what many look for when purchasing a home, but it also means that you will be solely responsible for all maintenance and repairs. Next are condos, which is short for condominium. This style of ownership means that you own your unit and are responsible for its maintenance, but any of those common areas are shared among all of the unit owners. They can be apartment units inside a building, which is what most people think of when they hear condo. But there are also many condo townhouses which may or may not share common areas like gyms, community rooms, pools, etc. If the complex has no shared amenities, then upkeep of things like windows, roof, and laneways would still be the condominium association's responsibility. Typically, people gravitate towards a condo when they are looking for turnkey living. Essentially, you pay an amount monthly in the form of a condo fee, which is then used to service the property and common areas. Maintenance of the hallways, landscaping, general upkeep and repairs to the roof, windows, etc. is taken care of by a condo association who generally outsource these tasks. In Ontario, there is an act specifically designed to govern how condominiums operate because of the intricacies of running a successful condominium corporation. If you are planning on purchasing a condo, the status certificate, which is a document that outlines not only the financials of the condo, but also lays out the rules and regulations that you'd be agreeing to abide by, should absolutely be reviewed by your lawyer prior to committing to purchase. Ensuring the condo corporation is managed well and the reserve fund is healthy, which is the account where your monthly condo fees would be held, is imperative to ensuring you've protected your investment. There is some complexity to purchasing a condo, and it's imperative that you understand exactly what you are agreeing to before you commit. So if you do have any follow-up questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, or I will also be including my contact information. Feel free to reach out. Now, people often confuse co-ops and condos, but there are some substantial differences. For instance, in a co-op, you don't own your unit, you own a share of all of the units and properties combined. There is a co-op board who oversees the property and its upkeep, which is funded by monthly fees similar to a condo, or in some cases, the maintenance is done by the owners who work cooperatively to maintain the building and property. A notable difference with a co-op is that you will likely need to be interviewed by the board, and they will have to approve you before you can purchase a unit. Another big difference when it comes to co-ops, and often the reason why co-ops are more affordable on the list price and also build equity at a slower pace than a comparable condo, is in part because of the difficulties with financing. Because there's not the same guarantee as you would get with a condo building that it will maintain its current state, or the reality that another shareholder's actions could potentially have a negative impact on your value, finding a lender who will take on the risk, unfortunately, often comes with higher down payment expectations or interest rates. Currently, you can buy most properties here in Ontario for as little as 5% down, but if a lender is willing to take on the risk of financing your co-op, they will likely want somewhere between 20 and 30% down at minimum. Now, if you are finding this helpful, I am so glad and would love for you to subscribe and click that bell to turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Next up are land leases. Not quite as common in the Hamilton, Burlington, and surrounding areas, but there are some land lease community pockets. And with increasing pressure for tiny homes to be allowed in city bylaws, I'm hopeful that they'll become more common in the near future. Certainly more affordable than other ownership types, land leases offer a unique home ownership opportunity. The way a land lease works is that you own the home, but you lease the land from the landowner. And if you end up in a land lease community, there may be association fees to maintain the amenities. But generally, your property taxes would be substantially lower, or there may even be none at all, which really helps offset any association fees. Financing a land lease is far more traditional when compared to a co-op, but the lender is still going to want to see the details of the land lease, and if it's up for renewal in the near future, they may be hesitant to lend you the funds to purchase. Last for today is the parcel of tied land ownership style. Now, if you've been looking at new builds in the Burlington, Hamilton, and surrounding area, there's a very real chance you've come across these and just don't realize it yet. A specialized type of condo, a parcel of tied land is a home, usually a townhouse, where you have freehold ownership of the property, but you'd also share a common area with the other owners. Traditionally, this shared area was often a beach, dock, park space, or amenity building. But lately, we are seeing more and more builders creating parcel of tied lands in their new developments to offset the cost of road maintenance for the municipality and allow access for additional parking features like garages. Because of this, most parcel of tied land homes I have sold in the last 5 years have all had common share roadways. Because it's not the buildings or their properties, but rather a small common area, your monthly condo fees would likely be lower than with a traditional condo setup. But you would be responsible still for the maintenance and upkeep of your home. Now, I do want to also mention that you should absolutely have your lawyer review that status certificate in this case as well to ensure that the funds are being managed appropriately. Of course, I'm always happy to answer any of your questions and help however I can, so please feel free to reach out. Until next week, keep it genuine.